Hey everybody, welcome back to Cody Tarot. I'm your tarot reader, Cody. So for today's reading, we have Who Will You Date Next? So we have 5 groups in front of us today. And basically in the reading, we're going to be covering who the next person coming in is going to be that you're going to be dating, you're going to be romantically involved with. So I'm going to leave the reading pretty open-ended. I have a few ideas for decks that I'm going to pull, but other than that, the reading's going to be pretty open-ended. If this is your first time doing the pick a card, the methods that you do for a pick a card is you select one of these crystals in front of you here. Each crystal is associated with a specific group. So we have group 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. After you've selected your crystal, then there's going to be timestamps in the description box of this video or in the comment section of this video. You click the timestamp to your corresponding group and it will take you directly to your personalized but general reading. So yeah, I'm going to show you all the crystals one by one now. After I show you the crystals, remember you can pause the video if you need to. If you need more time to select your crystal, yeah, let's get on with it. So for group 1, your crystal is Moonstone. Group 2, your crystal is Lepidolite. Group 3, your crystal is Feldspar. And group 4, your crystal is blue Apatite. For group 5, the last group, your crystal is tiger iron. So this particular form of tiger iron has red jasper and hematite in it mostly. So yeah, so those are all your crystals. You can pause the video here if you need more time to select your crystal. And yeah, let's get started with, I'll see you guys in your piles. Let's get started with group number 1, the Moonstone. Hey group 1, this is if you picked the Moonstone, this lovely Moonstone right here. I think it's low-grade Moonstone. I recently found out that Moonstone can be very, like, the shatterancy in it can be very vibrant or colorful, like a light blue, almost like labradorite. I want to get a piece of that for the channel, by the way, but we'll see. Okay, so these are the oracle cards that I already brought up. I shuffled all the piles off camera for the oracle cards, and then we're going to be shuffling the tarot cards. I'm going to be doing a playing card too on camera. So let's get into your oracle cards that we have for you. First, we have for the person who you will date next, we have Porcupine Spirit, Time for Beginner Mind. Then we also have a Higher View, and we have Rest and Relaxation is Essential. We all have a fundamental need to take a break. So yeah, let's see. So those are your oracle cards. Let's get your tarot cards out on the table. I haven't decided what deck I want to use. Let's see. I think I'm just going to use my Light Seers deck, the good old reliable Light Seers deck. Okay. Okay, so let's get a couple cards. I'm going to try and get 4 cards. Hopefully that'll... Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then I want to get 2 playing cards. And the first playing card, second playing card. Okay. And then I think I also want to roll the Astro Dice. Just because we have some more space on the table, I want to fill it up. So let's roll the Astro Dice for you guys for group 1. We have Aries. Let's see. We have Aries, Sun, and 8th house. And let's flip over your tarot cards and see what you got. You have 2 of Cups, 6 of Wands, the Hierophant, 8 of Wands, and for your playing cards, we have 7 of Clubs and Ace of Diamonds. Okay, let's get into your reading. So, first, there's some, the first thing that stuck out to me about this person that you're going to be dating next, we have the Hierophant and Porcupine, which is time for beginner mind. I do think that you're going to have a little bit of a information exchange with this person in the relationship. I think when you're dating them, there might be like a lot of common interests. There might be an exchange of like topics, like maybe you guys have the same kind of topics that you like to talk about. Could be like similar taste in music, could be that you guys meet each other in school. There is an element of teaching the other one about something specific. So I feel like this person is going to have some, they're going to have some kind of interest that you also have, that you're also interested in. And you guys are going to be teaching each other about those interests. So, for example, with the Hierophant and time for beginner mind here, I feel like this person's going to be in the student role and the teacher role. So it's not just going to be one direction that this energy is going in. So, for example, it's not just going to be them teaching you a whole bunch of stuff or you teaching them a whole bunch of stuff. It's a mutual exchange of information. It's a mutual exchange of that kind of basically exchange of information. So also with 6 of Wands here, we have someone who's very popular. This person is like extremely popular, like to the point where I don't know if you guys are it's gonna be hard to find date time with them, like a time to set up a date or something like that, because they have so many friends. They are so recognized in the community of whatever community they're a part of. I think it'll be fun to date this person, but at the same time, it could be slightly overwhelming in the sense that they're just really in demand, right? They just are really, a lot of people want them around. They're a really fun person. I even want to say they're a really optimistic person. They're just in demand is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. With 8 of Wands, this person's also very energetic. I think this person could be athletic. They're just very energetic. They have a lot of energy to them, and I feel like they like to get stuff done quickly. I think they want quick returns on things. I think they get impatient with people who move too slowly. I also think with Porcupine Spirit here, I feel like you guys are going to be fine with this person as far as like approaching them, but I feel like with most people, even though they're very, very popular, new acquaintances or people that are not in their social circle quite yet are hesitant to approach them, because this person with Porcupine Spirit here has a way of shooting kind of like a quill into their enemies, or shooting a quill into someone who is getting too close, right? They have a way of poisoning someone who's like getting too close to them, if that makes sense. Yeah, and so porcupine like quills are actually really difficult to get out. Once they're in there, they're kind of stuck for a while. You know, they're very difficult to get out. Animals have a struggle trying to get those quills out. So I feel like this person, they could be, with 8 of Wands here, witty or very sharp with their words. So they might have a way of protecting you guys. If you pick this group and you're dating this person, they might have a way of protecting you against others through wit and sarcasm and kind of using their words in that way. With rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take a break. I think one way you guys show love to each other is getting each other to slow down and enjoy the moment. I think that this person is very fast-paced or energetic with the 8 of Wands here. And I think that this connection in general has kind of like a quick energy to it, is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. So whether this person's athletic or not, there's a quick energy to this connection. I think you guys might engage in a lot of activity, or you might go from one thing to another thing. With a higher view here, and this breaking down to a 5, I'm seeing a few things here. With a higher view, I do see that you guys offer each other a fresh perspective to see things from a vantage point that is not normally seen by the other one. So perspective is really important in this connection. With the Two of Cups here, I think you're going to want to merge heart and soul with this person. I think you guys are going to have a lot of romance together. This is the kind of relationship that's naturally going to create romantic scenarios, essentially. I feel like you guys, there's not going to be that many barriers to interaction. I think you guys are going to merge fully and completely. I don't think that... Usually sometimes when you're dating someone, sometimes there's a vibe that someone either has walls up or they don't want to share their vulnerabilities or they're not emotionally available. I feel like this person's very emotionally available. I feel like they are willing to make a commitment is kind of what I'm seeing with the Two of Cups. They're willing to enter a partnership, a romantic partnership with you guys. So whoever this is that you're dating next, besides dating them, they're going to want to make a commitment to you. They're going to want to be something serious. They're going to want to be something more. That's kind of the general vibe that I'm getting for this person. Real quick with the zodiac signs on the dice, this person could be Sun in Aries, so they could just be straight up in Aries, and their Sun could be in the 8th house is kind of what I'm seeing for this person. I can't think off the top of my head what that would make their rising sign, but you guys can probably figure it out. But their Sun would be in Aries, and their Sun would also be in the 8th house. It's kind of a placement that could be possible for them. Another thing here with the 7 of Clubs, I feel like this person... has had issues in their life struggling with gratitude. I think what's going to happen with this person when you guys meet, I think that you're both going to build each other up through positive affirmations of the other one, basically. So for example, one of you might have more negative thoughts about yourself, and the other one is actually going to build that person up with positive affirmations. They're going to be sharing positive inspirational quotes with the other one or positive inspirational phrases. I think through communication and through the written word, and not just the written word, but even through the spoken word, just words in general and communication, I feel like both of you are going to build each other up to an incredible degree. We see this again here with the Hierophant with the ladder or the staircase going into like heaven where this is this bright flower. I think both of you are going to blossom. You're going to grow and blossom in this connection. It's a really growth-oriented connection is kind of what I'm seeing. With Ace of Diamonds, I do see that both of you together that create kind of like this ability to want to... It's almost like you want to start projects together or you want to start things together. I think you guys get really creative in as far as like how you are going to engage with the world. I think that on one hand, well, first of all, I think both of you are more powerful together than you are separate. That's for sure. That's the next person you're going to date next. It's kind of giving me power couple vibes. I also think that with the Ace of Diamonds here, you'll be a very independent couple, which is kind of ironic because they're so freaking popular, right? I think that people are still going to want to approach them, still going to want to talk to them, be around them. But I think your guys' relationship, you and your partner, very independent from others, specifically with like financial requirements, specifically with finances. I feel like you guys are going to have a very independent sense of finances with each other. We have the 8 right next to the 8 of Wands, right next to the 8th house, which is interesting because the 8th house deals with sex. It deals with inheritance. These are just the things that are coming to mind. I know the 8th house deals with a lot of stuff. It deals with occult information. So a few things that I want to point out here, just because it's next to 8 of Wands, I'm seeing this little synchronicity here. With the 8 of Wands representing quick pacing, quick action, things coming into fruition quickly. I feel like if you guys got into spell casting or anything in the occult or studying astrology or working with crystals, anything like that, you would get very quick results. And I'm talking like very quick results. I'm seeing you guys kind of studying something like this. Also, 7 of Clubs can be a card about spiritual wisdom. So I do see that this is kind of a very spiritual connection in general. And so if you work on stuff that's in the occult and you focus on those types of activities, you'll see a lot of results, whether that's through your studies, whether that's through manifesting things into your life. whatever it may be, working with the occult, you'll see quick returns. The other thing I want to point out with the 8th house here and the 8 of Wands is your guys' sex might be quick and passionate, but be over kind of quickly. So for some of you, that's good news. For some of you, that's bad news. I see that your intimate life is very passionate and, how do I put this? It's like those movies where the people who are hooking up in the movie, they're like taking off each other's clothes really, really quickly or something like that. And then it's like over in a second, right? But it was like very passionate. It's like, I feel like you guys can't keep your hands off each other is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. So I feel like once you guys start getting intimate, it's very difficult to stop and until it's over, until like the whole intimate moment is over. And, or your guys' sex is over, basically. And then it's like back to the regular, normal stuff in the relationship. But I think that when the mood strikes you guys, it's very difficult to stop both of you from engaging with each other. That's kind of what I'm seeing with the double 8s here. Another thing that I was seeing with the 8th house with inheritance, I think that you guys will manifest money from others pretty easily. So for example, you might have people buying you gifts all the time, or as a couple, maybe people buy you gifts, or like, for example, if you have like say you marry this person, right? Your wedding registry, you'll get like all the gifts that you desired plus more because it's coming from other people's finances, kind of like an inheritance. So when you're with this person, you'll be receiving a lot from others. You'll be receiving a lot of blessings from others. I think the world will want to give to you. And part of that is because your partner is so freaking popular, right? And I think that also with this Ace of Diamonds energy, I think whatever you guys desire, you can make happen. It's just really, really cool. This card, Rest and Relaxation is Essential, is coming through pretty strongly because it's kind of contradictory with the 8 of Wands message, where you guys are very active in your life. You're manifesting things pretty quickly. With Rest and Relaxation is Essential, it's important to just have some downtime and let the other one relax, because I feel like you guys both amp each other up. This is very much power couple vibes, and you don't want the vibe of the relationship to get out of hand. Remember, this higher view is your saving grace, looking at things from a higher perspective, seeing things from an angle that is not normally seen by other people, right? Both of you have a very unique perspective on the world. And if you guys share that perspective, it will clear a lot of miscommunication up, especially because this is right above the 8 of Wands, and 8 of Wands sometimes to me represents communication. So I think that taking a higher perspective, using your unique perspectives that you have from life, I feel like with this group, a lot of you who came to this pile, people have told you in the past you've had a unique perspective on life, or they say like, wow, I wouldn't have thought of it that way. Thanks for sharing your perspective. Like, people appreciate those perspectives you offer is kind of what I'm seeing. And that's the same with this person. You're both, in a way, have those kind of unique outlook on life. And when you guys come together, I see you appreciate the other one's unique outlook as well. So in one way, you guys are both very different, very unique from each other. And that's why you appreciate what the other one brings to the table, right? You appreciate their mind and their insights that they have. On the other hand, they're not so unique that they're not completely famous and popular, because I do see that this person has a lot of followers, basically. They have a lot of people that want their attention, right? They're definitely a center stage kind of person. With this 7 of Clubs here, I do think that negative thinking can possibly affect the connection a little bit, or worries, negative worries or something like that. But the one thing that I'm seeing is you guys giving each other positive affirmations for the other one is really going to counteract these things. Sometimes in relationships, with our friends or relatives or whatever, when someone's having a problem or they're in a negative state of mind, sometimes giving them a compliment doesn't really affect them too much and they just kind of stay in that mood. But I feel like with you guys, it's not going to be the case. I feel like when one of you compliments the other one or tries to bring them out of a bad mood, it actually works. It's just a matter of making the effort to do so. So for example, it might not be best to let your partner sit in a negative mood if they're in a negative mood. I think it's good to compliment them or at least share your appreciation with them, because I think that those positive affirmations are what's going to get them out of that stuck place, and vice versa. I think if you guys are people who get in stuck places and normally other people's compliments to you don't really get you out of those moods, I think your partner's compliments, specifically for some weird reason, it's just this person, their compliments will get you out of those negative moods, right? They have a way of getting you out of that mood with words, basically. So whether you guys are up or down, you have a way of balancing each other out through communication. So it's really important to communicate when one of you is either depressed or anxious, because it's going to help that connection develop in a more harmonious way. Yeah, with the Ace of Diamonds here and the Eight of Wands, I'm just seeing like a very independent, fast-moving kind of connection. A lot of projects getting off the ground. I think there's going to be a lot of creativity. I kind of see that again here with the 4 and the 8 breaking down to 3. 12 and then 3. But I just see a lot of creativity. I see a lot of action. I see a lot of fun. If you're looking for a partner who has like a solid friend group or is always engaged with others, I think you've met your match, because with 6 of Wands, this person is very popular. I think they have a lot of friends. I think they're always going to be surrounded by people to some extent. Yeah, and I think when you guys really show each other love, it's on your downtime. It's when you guys are resting and relaxing. Because I do think there's this back and forth, especially with the 7 here. Sevens talk about like ups and downs. There is this back and forth between you guys, between resting, relaxing, and then manifesting an activity in action. And don't forget, at the beginning of the reading, I did mention the teacher-student type of thing that's going on here. There is this feeling that you're going to be teaching them a lot about life. They're going to be teaching you a lot about life. A lot of this comes from your different perspectives, right? Each one of you is going to have a different perspective that you're going to help the other one with. So I feel like you guys kind of see the other side of the coin when you're with this person, because the other person thinks in ways that you don't think yourself. Yeah, with the Sun here, I am getting more center stage vibes from this person. And with Aries here, I feel like they are an initiative taker or an action-oriented person. I think this connection in general is going to be pretty action-oriented. So it is important, remember, to rest and relax and to have that downtime. But also, it's one of those things where it's going to feel natural to have the activity and then the downtime. Because I feel like a lot of you guys watching this, maybe you're stuck in one or the others of these. For a lot of you, I'm seeing you might be stuck in the rest and relaxation mode a little bit. But this person's going to get you moving. They're going to be more of a stimulating force in your life. I think that you guys have a lot of blessings coming to you, and it looks like a pretty good relationship. So kudos to you guys for choosing the right partners. Yeah, with that said, I'm going to end your reading there. If you guys like this reading, please like or comment below. If you really enjoyed this reading and you resonated with my energy, feel free to subscribe to the channel. We're always welcoming new subscribers here at Cody Tarot. And with that said, I'm going to move on to group number 2 with the Lepidolite. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I will see you in the next pick a card. Bye. Hey, group 2, this is if you picked the Lepidolite. This is a very smoothed over Lepidolite. So usually Lepidolite's has like a mica-ish kind of vibe to it. Okay, so these are your 3 oracle cards that I pre-drew before the reading started, and then I'm going to be shuffling tarot cards and playing cards on camera today. So your first card we have is Mouse Spirit, tend to the small things. Then your second oracle card, we have the Land Between. And your third oracle card, we have Appreciate This Moment. It says every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. Yeah, okay. So let's get your tarot cards. We're going to be pulling from the Light Seers Tarot today. Hope you guys are well. Okay, let's draw. Then I want to get 2 playing cards out of this deck. And let's draw the one right below that one. So we got those 2. Okay, let's flip over the cards and see what you got. We have, for your first card, we have the Tower. For your second card, we have the King of Swords. For your third card, we have the 3 of Swords. For your fourth card, we have the 10 of Pentacles. And for your first playing card, we have the 9 of Diamonds. And for your second playing card, we have the 6 of Hearts. Okay, so I'm really happy to deliver this news to you guys because I do see that your last breakup wasn't a good one. Let's just put it this way: it's either very difficult for you guys to get over your ex, or it was a very destructive relationship. One or the other. It could have been either. It could be both even. I feel like you guys had a really tough time in your last relationship. If you're the type of person that just easily gets over people, and how do I put this? If you're the type of person that just easily gets over people and there's not that much residual leftover residue like hurt, heartbreak, pain, if you feel like your last relationship didn't like wreck you, this is probably not your group. Because I feel like the people who chose this group, your last relationship kind of wrecked you a little bit. Like it kind of left you destitute. With the Tower card here, I kind of see it left you feeling without a home. Like it was almost like your home got destroyed is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. That's how painful it was. I also see with the 3 of Swords here with this woman tied to this heart. I feel like your heart was even already broken from a previous relationship, and then this last relationship just made it worse or made you tie yourself to that broken heart even more. So I feel for you guys because you guys are having like a tough time of it, or you had a tough time of it in your last relationship. So yeah, let's get into this relationship, because this relationship with the 6 of Hearts here, 6s are all about like either like monotony, nothing changing, or a boring kind of thing. But in this particular case, it's talking about a karmic relationship, and it's not karmic in a bad way. I know we always think karmic is a bad thing in relationships, right? Karma just means you're settling some kind of karma from the past, right? Specifically with this relationship, what's happening is this person's basically coming into your life to heal those old wounds and send you on your way. This person could be someone that you get married to in the long run. I wouldn't put it past. It's just that's beyond this reading. I'll tell you that. The readings mainly wants to talk about the karma that they're here to help you solve and settle, basically, in this lifetime. The one thing that I'm seeing too is like this person with the mouse spirit is either very physically very small as a person, like very tiny in frame, or they're very young, or they're very innocent, or something like that. This person is the type of person who's really detail focused, right? They're very detail oriented. So their appearance could be like immaculate. Like they could dress really, really nicely. They probably look really like elegant in the way their style is, or something like that, or they dress really nicely, or they have some kind of way where they really attend to all the details. You might find this person kind of cleaning things in their environment as they're going through their life. Like they might, if they see like a piece of trash on the ground and there's a trash can right by them, they might pick up the trash and throw it away, right? They kind of keep things like organized, and they definitely focus a lot on small details in their environment. With the 4 here, the 40 breaking down to 4, we also have a 0 here. So this person might be, sometimes I read zeros as like, just, I don't know where I got this, but it's like selfishness kind of, or like this person like hoards things, maybe kind of like similar to a mouse. They could like hoard things. But also with 4, they're very security conscious too. Like they're very stable as a person. They have like a stable, structured way of being. They're just very tiny. Like, and whether that might not be actual in the physical form, like they might not be a small person, but they could be a very large person, but they act very like, how do I put this? Like innocent, or not necessarily naive. They just act kind of like they have a softer features, or they look insignificant. Like they might look small even though they're a tall person or something like that, but they just look small. They have like a delicate kind of appearance to them. Okay, let's get into the rest of the reading. So one thing for sure that this person is coming into your life with the land between, this talks about being between two like main continents, right? But you're going towards this island because you have to cross from one continent to the next. So this card represents you guys, and we have two 40s here. So we have 40-40. So angel number 40-40 could be significant as well. I just want to point that out there. Put that out there. With land between, you're moving from one chapter of your life to the next, and it's kind of a transition period for you guys is kind of what I'm seeing. So one thing that is coming through is that this person is helping you cross through during this transition, right? You guys might feel like since your last relationship, you haven't really had your feet on solid ground in a while or something like that. Like you're just up in the air, or you're feeling lost, you're feeling confused or something like that. This person is meant to walk you through this floating landmass and then deliver you to the other piece of land, right? Because you can't pass with this what's it called? Schism? Is that what it's called? Schism? What is it called where there's a space between? Anyway, you can't pass through this space between these two pieces of land, right? Because you would fall through and you'd fall to the ground, right? So this person is guiding you and walking you through this bridge, basically into this piece of land where there's this sanctuary. This person's going to feel like a sanctuary. They'll feel very safe and comfortable, but you're going to realize this person's maybe not what you expected for your long-term partnership. But the point of this connection is that they're helping you cut free. They're helping you cut loose this previous connection, because I am seeing that you guys in essence are still tied to this previous person that you were dating, this previous ex. Something in you or something about you, there's a feeling of being still tied to their heart, or their heart being tied to yours. And it's causing you guys a lot of pain, was what I see here with the Three of Swords, which sucks. I feel for you guys. This person, I feel like at first, with the King of Swords here, you might think this person is lying to you because they're being so nice. You might be thinking like, wow, this person is this mouse person, this person you're going to date next. You might think like, they're really nice, like they're really kind. Are they just lying to me? Like, are they just building me up, or are they just saying like false things to me? Because I see here with the King of Swords, this person has a way of presenting logical facts in a way that's palpable to other people. So they might twist the facts a little bit to create peace in their environment. And sometimes that can be perceived as like lying or being untruthful. They're not being untruthful. They're just using information at specific times to create a peaceful environment. So they're not the type of person who's just going to have like whatever they see as the singular truth in their head. Like, they're just not just going to say that. Like, okay, this is the truth, so I'm just going to say it. They're not that type of person, right? They're more the type of person who has a lot of different logical facts in their head. Like they have a compendium of logic, and they select the logical argument that best fits the situation to create the most peaceful environment is kind of what I'm seeing. So that's kind of the vibe that they're coming from. I do see with the Tower and the Three of Swords on the other side of the King of Swords, I feel like you guys might feel like this person is either, it's almost like you feel like they might be lying to you, or they're performing in some way, or they're not being necessarily truthful. They are being truthful. They're just selecting their words very carefully. And it's all a part of the healing process, right? Like with the swords cut to the core, right? And if you think of like a modern day sword, it's kind of like a surgeon's scalpel, right? And so this person has like a surgeon's scalpel, and they're knowing exactly where to cut to make the perfect incisions to help heal you, right? And this person with this Three of Swords here, with this big heart represented here, it's almost like your heart in previous relationships, if you look at that, has been stitched together so poorly, there's still like cracks in it, you know? So I feel like this person is basically performing, like, metaphorically speaking, right? Like open heart surgery on you guys. And they're actually helping you heal and cut away those old wounds through like carefully laid arguments. Now, the cool thing about this person that I think you guys are going to enjoy, and this is something that's kind of fun, is with the Ten of Pentacles here, this person is really family oriented, but also besides that, with the Ten of Pentacles here, they have a lot of wealth and resources. They come from a family with a legacy of wealth, or they come from a family where they have money. So one thing that I'm seeing that their mission in life is to do, and this is kind of how you're going to know this person, they're meant to be charitable to others because they've already in a past life accumulated a lot of wealth. They've accumulated a lot of resources. So in this lifetime, they're very I guess the best way to put it is they're very philanthropic. They have a way of guiding and giving to others, and they don't really, how do I put this? They're not worried about money necessarily, but they are always kind of giving money to other people is kind of the vibe here. Or they're very generous with their resources. I think this is something that's coming for you guys, is a person who's very generous with their resources when they're around you. But I think that this person is mainly generous with their resources when it comes to people who are needy or in need of help, or are struggling in this lifetime. With the Six of Hearts here, I feel like this person is very much a peacekeeper, very much a harmony creator. Also, with appreciate this moment, every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. I don't want you guys to feel in this reading that, oh my gosh, this is not the person I'm going to marry. I don't want to be with this person. Because I do feel like you're truly going to fall in love with this person, and this person's really going to help you heal a lot. It's just one of those things where it's this might be your first relationship where the breakup is amiable, right? Where the breakup's parting ways of yeah, we don't really feel like we fit, or we don't really feel like we're perfect for each other. So we're just going to part ways, no hard feelings. And it's kind of a very different situation than what you guys are used to. I see that you guys are used to really painful breakups with drama and fighting and stuff like that. And so with appreciate the moment, every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. I think this person is going to show you how to love in a completely brand new way. So I feel like you guys are going to be loving in a brand new way with this person. You're going to be learning how to love in a different way than you have in your previous relationship, all the while they're loving you in this brand new way. So it's kind of this beautiful healing journey. And remember, they're helping you cross the bridge. They're helping you cross from one continent to the next. Metaphorically speaking, they're helping you cross from one chapter of your life into the next chapter of your life. So you might feel, it's interesting because this person's coming in as kind of a gift from the universe, right? They're coming in as a gift from the universe just because to make the transition into the next stage of your life easier. It's your angels know that this transition could be tough because you're doing a lot of growth, right? You're growing a lot. You're going from this really dark past with these twisted breakups and these hardships into a more positive, uplifting future, right? Where you don't have to deal with these things anymore. And so your angels are saying the transition's going to be rough. It's not going to be a cakewalk, but when you get to the other side, it's going to be well worth the effort, right? Whether you get to the other side and you still end up dating this person and you guys end up married, because I'm going to put that out there. I don't see, okay, honestly, I see for some of you, you'll be leaving this connection. You guys will be parting ways once the healing is done, because it does, with the Six of Hearts, does represent kind of a karmic, a transitory kind of relationship, right? But for others of you, you could get married. We do see that here with the Ten of Pentacles, and the marriage could in particular be very beneficial financially for both of you. So that's also a possibility. With the Nine of Diamonds, I do see there's a possibility that with you being healed by this person, for a lot of your relationship or when you're dating them, you guys might also heal other people. So other people might come to you for advice, or you guys might feel free in sharing your advice with others or helping guide other people. You give freely your advice and even your resources at times to help others in need is kind of what I'm seeing. I pulled the Astro Dice for the other group, but I totally forgot for this group. So I'm going to roll the Astro Dice and we'll get some other messages here. We have the first house, we have Virgo, and we have Pluto. Yeah, I think this person with Pluto here, they're going to help you transform into a better version of yourself. Honestly, I think that you guys are growing. Also with this Virgo energy here, I feel like this person could be a Virgo. With it being with the first house, they could be a Virgo rising is a possibility, and they could have Pluto in the first house and Virgo. That's just a placement. Take that if it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, it's not a be all end all for this reading. This person could not have that placement and this still play out, right? This is just for those of you who need that extra confirmation. Yeah, I think this person with 10 of the small things, like I said, they're very detail oriented. They're picking up things. Their appearance looks immaculate. They have this kind of Virgo-ish essence about them, especially with the King of Swords here. They have this analytical. I wouldn't be surprised if this person's a Virgo. We also have the 10 of Pentacles, which is representative. I think this card's associated with Virgo. And with the first house here, I think you're going to be really attracted to this person's appearance, is kind of what I'm seeing. Like, I think this person, because they're so well put together and they're very clean and they're organized in their appearance, I feel like you're very attracted to that. And with the Pluto here, I think they also have a little bit of an intense appearance, is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Like, their appearance might seem broody or dark, or they might be a little moody or something like that, which is interesting because I do see that they have a more delicate nature. So they might be like delicate in like a more mysterious, dark kind of way. It's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. My mind and my eyes keep going back to every situation as an opportunity to grow and find love. I think this person's going to help you realize that you can find love in every situation in life. It doesn't necessarily just have to be with a partner. It can be in many different areas of your life, and you can find real, true, and abiding love that fulfills you on a deep level in life in that way. I think that person's going to help you see that kind of love in the environment, in the world around you, and also help you see this kind of love and beauty in yourself and in them and in your guys' relationship, right? It's interesting because the thing with the 9 and the 6, 9s talk about, this is why I hesitate to say you're going to marry this person, because 9s talk about letting go. They talk about chapters coming to a conclusion. And so I do see that this represents a few things. So it represents the conclusion of your previous relationship. I think you guys are going to be fully and completely over this person after you date this person. I do see with the 6 of Hearts here, this creates some harmony in your life, some peace. I think once you transition to this next landmass, or when you move from this relationship into the next stage of your life where there's a more stability and structure, I feel like you're going to have a lot of peace and harmony in this period of time. And with 9 here, I feel like there is just this sense of like almost like a completion or an ending to a specific way of being with how you respond to love, or how you find love, or how you see love, or how you view love. It's changing the way you think about love, essentially. Okay, I'm going to end the reading there. If you guys like this reading, feel free to like or comment below. If you really enjoyed this reading and you resonated with my energy, feel free to subscribe to the channel. We're always welcoming new subscribers here at Cody Tarot. And with that said, that wasn't the last group. I'm getting like tongue-tied because I hate the outros. You know, it's like I can do the reading, but then like all the stuff that I have to repeat over and over again, it's like so difficult. Anyway, we're going to move on to group 3. That was the end of this pick a card. I will see you guys in the next pick a card. And yeah, goodbye. I'll see you later. Hey, group 3. This is if you chose the Feldspar crystal. So this will be your reading. So let's get into it. I have the oracle cards pre-drawn, and then we're going to be shuffling tarot cards and playing cards on camera today. So let's get right into it with the cards. So your first card is Hummingbird Spirit, Be Here Now. Your second card is A Powerful Move. And your third card is Demonstrate Love, Find Out What is Important to Those You Love and Act on It. Then let's get some tarot cards for you guys. Okay. Four tarot cards, and then I'm going to draw some playing cards as well. Okay, let's flip over these tarot cards and see what you got. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Page of Wands. And we have the Hermit. And for your cards, we have the Three of Clubs and we have the Five of Clubs. I'm also going to roll the Astro Dice. I'm going to do this before I forget. I forgot for the last group. We have Gemini, Mars, and the 8th house. Okay. Okay. Let's get into the reading. There are a few things here in this reading, and this reading, I'm going to be honest, analyzing the whole thing is overall, like once I got all the cards on the table, I looked over the whole reading. It feels very like I'm looking at like sand, like sand is slipping through my fingers and it looks like I'm looking at sand. That's kind of the best way to describe it. It's like they're shifting sands all around in this reading, if that makes sense. So I'm going to try to do the best of my ability to read it cohesively. I think the messages will come through. So yeah, let's get into it. So first, I want to point out a powerful move. This is the card that is indicating their first action towards you, or when you meet them. Who you will date next, you will have a very powerful first encounter. Like, this person is gonna make an impression, like a big impression. I think that their way of making an impression on you is like unlocking a secret door into your heart or something like that. Also, I'm seeing that this is kind of like, I feel like you guys yourselves are powerful in the dating world because you know how to make strong moves against like other people that you're dating. You know how to play the game, so to speak, to get people, you know how to get people interested in you. You know how to hold their attention. I'm seeing that you guys are just really suave at dating. Like, it's easy for you to talk to many different people that you're trying to date. I feel like for the most part, you guys are good at seeing how everyone's like beneficial. But not just that, it's like with a powerful move, you guys are just good at playing the game, essentially. Like, you're good at playing the game. You know how to work the chessboard of dating, right? Like, you know how to do that. This person makes a very powerful move as a first impression on you, and that's what gets you hooked. It's like, wow, no one has made that attempt towards me before in a long time, or never. It's almost like this vibe of this person makes such a powerful move towards you that you're like just astonished. I think it unlocks a hidden passion in you. We have that with the Mars energy here. It could unlock a little bit of a competitive nature, because I do see that you guys in this relationship are kind of not playing a game, but not playing games in the traditional sense that you think of when you hear romance and people say, oh, you're playing games. It's not like that. You guys are playing your own specific courting game that's like fun for you, if that makes sense. So it doesn't feel like either partner's playing games, but technically you guys are playing a game, but it's like equally enjoyed by both people, basically. I think that both of you thoroughly enjoy this game you've got going on. I think the initial part of dating, the funnest part will be the courting process, right? Because you guys have got this fun little thing going between you, and it's kind of exciting, is kind of what I'm seeing. It's like an exciting vibe. Especially with that Mars energy here, I think that there's going to be a lot of like flirtatious teasing, and I think there's going to be a lot of like hot and heavy moments between both of you, basically on these like powerful moves that you guys engage with each other. I think you're just so shocked by the first move they make towards you that you're like, whoa, you want to make that move? Like, that's gutsy, you know, like, okay, kudos to you. Like, let's get this thing on the road, you know, like, let's get this thing moving. So yeah, so that's like the main energy that I'm seeing that kind of not traps you. I'm saying trap because I feel like both of you and this person are like used to like courting people in like a way that feels something like that, if that makes sense. So the vibe that I'm getting here and just in general is that you guys make powerful moves towards each other. They specifically to you make such a move that's like unforgettable. I don't think you're ever going to forget this person because of how they approached you. It's like they approach you in such a unique and different way that's like that kind of unlocks your like competitive spirit in a way. Anyway, it's a really good vibe is kind of what I'm seeing. The thing about this person with hummingbird spirit, this is a person who is in the present moment. This person is always in the here and now. They don't think too far ahead into the future. They don't think too far into the past. They kind of, with the hummingbird with the flowers, they like to go to each individual flower and extract the nectar that's in that flower and then move on to the next flower. This person could even be a little bit of a player. But it's funny because I think that you guys watching this, you guys are a little bit of a player too, is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. And so it's one of those things where it's like, you guys kind of, with this person, you guys kind of meet your match with this person that you're dating next, is kind of the vibe that I'm seeing. I do see that you guys specifically are not necessarily the people who are in the here and now, like that your partner is. Your partner's definitely in the present moment, very clearly and viscerally. I feel like with you guys, with the Queen of Pentacles here, this is kind of coming through with the Page of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, is representing two parts of yourself that's in the connection with this person. So for example, and for some of you watching this reading, there's going to be like, the reading's going to divert into two paths, right? For people who are my older viewers, for my more mature audience, my mature women that are watching my channel, and for the Page of Wands, my younger audience, my younger women that are kind of just entering the dating scene, right? And then for the Queen of Pentacles, this is for my mature women. Oh my gosh. Why did I say that? Older crowd, I guess, that's kind of getting a special treat in their old age, I guess, with this like hot and heavy connection, which we always love to see. And so, yeah, the one thing that I'm seeing with Eight of Swords is in this kind of connection, it's really intense. There's a lot of intense flirting. There's a lot of intense like gameplay a little bit. Just with the Eight of Swords, this is just letting you guys know that don't let your anxieties get the best of you in this connection, because they're merely thoughts. That's all they are. They're merely thoughts. And that I think that once you kind of finish courting with this person, all those little anxiety, because when you're doing this courting ritual with this person, there's going to be some moments where you might doubt, or you might have anxiety, or you might think like, oh my gosh, like, do they really want me? They're saying this and they're saying that. So there could be a little bit of feelings of anxiety, or feeling like maybe you're not worthy. I think this person's really hot. I'm going to be honest. I think this person's really hot. And you guys might think a little bit like, maybe I'm not worthy for this person. But I don't think that stops you from putting on a confident front, is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. And they like that confident front. So one thing that I'm seeing between both of you is that you both are thoroughly engaged with each other. And it's interesting because I am seeing that this person could be doubting themselves too. It's like, it's very interesting. You're both very hot. You're both doubting yourselves, but you're both presenting these confident fronts and kind of playing a really cool game with each other that is kind of like enticing. I think in the long run of this connection, what we see here with the Hermit and the Three of Clubs, I'm seeing in the long run of this connection, you guys really sharing and doing a lot of soul searching with each other. So that's coming in the long run. I do see this connection sticking around for a while, gonna be honest. I do see this connection sticking around for a while, mainly because we have a page going into a queen. I'm seeing this as growth and development, especially because this page is a girl and this queen is a woman too. I am seeing that this person's going to be around with you through the growth and development of your life. I see this person as a strong influence in your life, someone who's going to stick around for the long haul. So even though there's this game going on that you guys got between you in the courting process, I do see this vibe of sticking it out for the long haul. Yeah, with the Gemini influence here, I just realized this Gemini influence is here. This could represent that this person, while they're courting with you, they're not afraid to like date around, but then when they make a serious commitment, they're going to be in a serious commitment, right? Like they're not afraid to make the serious commitment. It's just that they're not going to make it until they feel ready or they found the right person. And I think you guys appreciate that. I feel like you guys watching this, you're like that too. It's kind of like you kind of check everyone out, but then if you find someone you really like, you make that commitment and you settle down. And that's kind of the vibe that this person has as well. There's a lot of shared ideologies that you have with this person as well that I don't think is visible on the surface. I think you're kind of seeing a reflection of yourself at first in this connection, and you're seeing kind of like your best self, which kind of can make you feel a little anxious that you're not living up to the standards of your partner, basically. But truthfully, they're seeing their best self in you at the same time. So there is this feeling that even though both of you are having a little bit of anxiety on the inside, on the outside, everything's going smoothly and wonderfully, right? And I don't think you guys share this anxiety with the other one too easily, too quickly. But the thing that I do see is when you guys fully commit into a committed partnership and you guys really seriously start dating, with the Hermit card here, right? This is just indicating that you guys are really deeply sharing your like pain, your trauma, your anxiety, all the things that make you who you are, all the things on the inside, all the things that are personal. You share those with each other and you guys build a really strong bond and connection. Yeah, with the Page of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, like I said, this reading can go in two different directions. For my older viewers and crowd, I think this person is powerful financially, right? And they're going to support you in your financial goals. I feel like with my older viewers watching this reading, you guys might be working on some kind of financial project, or you might be supporting a family or something like that. I think this person is going to come together with you in a very powerful way financially. With this woman closing her eyes, I think you can even feel this person's energy when you're not even looking at them. Like you can sense when they walk into a room, you can sense when they're standing next to you, because you can feel their presence. It's like a comforting, warm, energetic kind of vibe that like comes into your presence, basically. I think this same comforting, warm, energetic vibe for my younger viewers watching this is going to make you feel very hyperactive. Like you're going to be very like hyper talkative. Where my older viewers with this person, they're going to feel calm, contented, and collected, like a soothing, reassuring. Think of like when you do meditations with the root chakra, or when you're feeling very grounded in yourself. This person's going to have a very grounding energy on you. Where for my people who are younger, I think this person's really going to activate your sacral chakra a bit more. I think that you guys are going to be a little more chatty, a little more talkative around this person. I think this person helps bring out that like flamboyant side in you. We see that again here with the Gemini. I think that communication is really important in this connection. I think wordplay and conversation is important as well. We see this again here with the Three of Clubs, which talks about, sometimes this talks about the spoken or written word. And I do think that one of the reasons that fuels this communication is both of you guys having a sense of inner anxiety when you first date this person, or when you're first entering this connection. Now, remember, this person's very much in the present moment. So their anxieties could come from interactions in the moment with you. Like if you say something and they think it's something they have to worry about, you might see them like a piece of worry appear on their face, or them act a little weird or different, but they quickly recover, right? And they get back in the game, basically. For you guys, I'm seeing a little bit of like when you're alone or away from this person, you have more of your anxiety. It's like you doubt the connection is going well when you're not engaging with that person in the present moment. With Five of Clubs and Three of Clubs, I do see that you guys are going to have a very creative partnership, right? We see that again here with the Page of Wands too, but it's like you guys are going to have really creative partnership. You guys might write books together eventually. You might actually write, you might text a lot with each other. Texting might be really important. So for example, I think eventually when you guys realize that you get anxiety when this person's away and you're like, okay, where are they? They're not around. Like I have anxiety. Like I want them by me. I miss that kind of soothing, like grounding energy that like grounds my thoughts. I think that text communication with the Three of Clubs here is going to be very important for both of you. I think they're going to have a lot of reassuring texts that they're going to constantly give you through the relationship and through the connection. With Five of Clubs here, I think that both of you are going to go on a lot of adventures. I think you guys change your mind frequently is kind of what I'm seeing in the connection. I feel like you guys both are very mercurial. In a way, we see that again here with Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury, but we see that you're both very mercurial in the sense that you want to keep things different. You want to keep things with variety. You want to keep things changing. And so I do see that you've kind of met your match as far as someone who wants to keep things evolving constantly, right? I think both of you guys are going to be evolving in this connection. And like I said, I do see kind of a long-term connection. I'm not going to promise anything because as a reader, I don't like to do that. But I do see kind of like a long-term connection, especially with the Page of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. I see you guys growing old with this person. Especially if you're my younger viewers watching, you're really finding someone who is a true fit for you, and you're very, very lucky, especially if you're a younger viewer of mine watching, you're very lucky to find this person, because I think that they're meeting you at a time when you're learning to express yourself. And I think that they're like a key integral part of you expressing your own identity is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. And so it's really beneficial. This is a very beneficial connection for that. For my older viewers, it's going to feel like meeting an old friend that you've like haven't seen in forever. And you're like, oh my gosh, this friend from like high school that I'm seeing, you know, and I haven't like seen them in ages, and now I'm seeing them again, and they feel comfortable, they feel fun, it feels good, you know, is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Like I said with the Hermit card here, both of you guys in your connection, I wouldn't be surprised if both of you tend to isolate away from other people typically. I don't see you guys having many like social outings as a couple, or many friends essentially. I think you guys will keep up with your friendships and all that, but I do see you guys spending a lot of time alone to yourselves, like just one-on-one, being together, discussing your souls, soul searching with each other. 8th house is here. I am picking up that this means you guys are going to have some good intimate moments, so some good sex. And also, I think this is dealing with if one of you passes away, because I am reading this is very long-term connection. If one of you passes away, the other one's going to inherit a lot of money from the other one. I saw that again here with for my older viewers. There is something about bridging the finances between both partners. So your partner having a very wealthy financial background or something like that, or you guys having a lot of wealth and financial background for your partner. There's something about merging finances that makes you guys stronger as a couple than as you are singularly. With demonstrate love, find out what is important to those you love and act on it. I feel like one cool thing about this connection, when you guys really start to get to know each other and you really explore each other, you're both seeing with the Hermit here how the other one's soul operates, how the other one's personality truly is and truly ticks, and what is important to each of you. This can represent almost like an analyzing phase, very similar to Virgo, but it's also with the Hermit card energy here, it represents the soul, right? You're going to find out a lot about your partner when you guys get into this period of your dating life, right? And you're going to really readily and easily respond to these needs. And it's going to feel very refreshing is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Because honestly, sometimes people share a need with us and it's like, oh man, do I really have to do that? I know it's going to help the relationship grow, but I'm not naturally a fit for that need. Like, I don't naturally, maybe your partner's like, I need the bed made every day. And you're just like, I naturally don't like to make my bed. Like, I like to leave my bed messy. Like, why do I have to make my bed for my partner? Anyway, it's one of those things where it's like every need that they think of, you easily can do. Like, for example, they might say, maybe you love going to the grocery store and you love buying groceries and you love controlling the food that you eat. Like, you're the type of person who wants to know what they're putting in their body at all times. So you like to make all the food choices. And this person says, you know what gives me anxiety? I hate deciding what I have to eat. I don't like doing that. So you're going to realize whoa, I love doing that. So it's one of those things where demonstrate love. It says, find out what is important to those you love and act on it. You're going to find out what's important to your partner and easily be able to act on it. You're going to be, the thing is you'll have to act on it, but it'll be easy to do so basically. And so demonstrating love for your partner through actions is going to be really important in this connection. And also it's going to come easily and naturally for both of you. I think with the 5 of clubs here and the 3 of clubs, I think both of you are going to really, when you get down to it, when you guys get closer and closer together, you're really going to study a lot of different philosophies. You're going to learn from each other. There's a kind of an intelligent flair to this connection as well. I also feel like you guys might write your findings down in paper, books. You might record a lot of stuff that you do. So for example, even if you're not an intelligent couple, for example, maybe you're not, well, you guys are probably intelligent, but I'm saying even if you're not focused on intelligent topics, like studying, analyzing things, whatever that may be, any kind of educational aspect, right? I do feel like you guys are going to be recording your findings. So for example, you might be exploring a different country and maybe you take a lot of pictures and you make these scrapbooks of this other country that you explored together. So you guys are going to have a lot of shared memories in that way. I see you recording a lot of information. I see you cataloging it. I see you exploring a lot and recording what you're exploring, basically. So whether that's intellectual topics, or say you're traveling to a country, or maybe even if you're eating a lot of different foods or something like that, and then you guys record your findings, or you make a recipe book or something like that. There's something about exploring and then recording. All right, I'm going to end the reading there. If you guys like this reading, please like or comment below. If you really enjoyed this reading, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'm posting pick a cards like this once every 1 to 2 weeks, or I try to post it that much anyway. And that was the end of this pick a card. I will see you guys in the next pick a card. Thank you again so much for watching. It was an honor to read for you. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hey, group 4, this is if you picked the blue Apatite right here. So I just found out that this is in the actual shape of how the crystal grows, like this, what is it, octagon, sextagon? I don't know. Yeah, so let's get into your reading. I previewed the oracle cards for you guys, and I'm going to be shuffling tarot cards and playing cards on camera. So let's get in to see what your cards are. So for your first card, we have Chameleon Spirit, act as if. Your second card, we have a deep breath. And your third card, we have act as if your partner is here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. Interesting. Okay, let's get some tarot cards for you guys. Okay. I'm going to wait till the reading begins to deliver messages, but I'm just telling you guys right now, my brain with these cards is already like picking up on things for this reading. So I'm trying to hurry and get these cards out so I can, because it's like I'm already getting stuff. I'm already getting messages. Okay, let's see. Then I'm going to draw some playing cards for you guys, and then we'll roll the astro dice and we'll get right into the reading. Take these two. And then let's roll. Let's do that. That looks better, right? Okay, let's roll the astro dice. We have Pluto, the 4th house, and Leo. Okay, in your tarot cards, we have 6 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Moon. And we also have the 8 of Spades and the 4 of Diamonds. Wow, okay. Okay, so this reading is a tough one in the sense that I'm looking over the cards, and it's coming through more as like a message on how to manifest your specific person that you're trying to date next. Or there is this vibe that this person is someone that you're manifesting, or that you have manifested. This person is coming in with the Magician here, and act as if, and all these act as if your partner is here and stuff like that, and with a deep breath. I'm just getting a lot of vibes that you've been actively working on manifesting your specific person, and they are coming in, right? With Chameleon Spirit, act as if. This is going to be an interesting reading because the person's personality is coming through to just say that like who you were wanting, or who you've been asking about, or what type of person you want. That's the person that's kind of coming in. Or at least they'll be acting like that person when you first meet them. Because Chameleon Spirit talks about a person who plays different roles, right? Who can shape shift in different ways, or change their color in different ways to blend into their environment. So whoever you've been trying to manifest, specifically, this person is coming in, but it might not be a carbon copy of that person you're trying to manifest, right? So for example, they might act like that person you're trying to manifest temporarily, but what you're going to see with them is they're going to evolve out of this persona into a persona that is actually more in alignment with what you truly need, right? Because what we see here with the Magician, it's kind of like how do I put it? Your person is coming through as someone who, well, you guys, let's start with you guys first. You have been manifesting something in your life that you want, which is good. That's what you should, we should be doing, right? Like if we desire it, we want it, we should manifest it. And specifically, you guys have been trying to manifest a specific person. However, there is the universal factor. What the universe is trying to send you is someone that you need, right? And so the way that the universe is doing this is they're sending in your manifestation. They're sending exactly what you wanted. But the thing is that person is going to change over time into what you truly need. So it's going to change into something that's going to feel more of a natural fit. Not that you guys don't know what you need, right? I'm not saying that necessarily. The closer you'll it's funny when this person comes in, you'll see closer like to how do I put this? You'll see how much your wants and your needs are separate or aligned with each other based on when this person comes in. There might even be a little bit of a tense moment, I guess, when this person comes in because they'll be acting like the type of person you want, but maybe you realize that's not the type of person you needed. And so this person has to become their true self because what you manifested was their persona. It's kind of a trippy thing. But yeah, that's kind of what the moon is talking about too with this person, that there's a lot hidden here, right? Also with the two wolves across on the lake howling and the moon in between, I do see that this person is someone who is connected to you psychically. So for example, the reason they're coming in as your manifestation, they are your true soulmate, right? Or a soulmate in your life. This is who you're going to be dating next, right? I do believe who you're dating next is a soulmate. There is a feeling that you are connected to them psychically. And when you imagine who you want as a partner, they start acting that partner out. So for example, throughout your life, if you've really wanted to be with a bad boy, right? This person is going to start dressing and acting like a bad boy, even though who they truly are on the inside is maybe completely different. So this person is a chameleon, so to speak. Your partner that you're manifesting is a chameleon, and they kind of reflect what your desires are in your partner. A better way to think of this is how do I put this? Because it could be either way. It's like you're either manifesting these characteristics in them, or it's like you're getting premonitions of how their personality is changing, right? That could be another way, because it's almost telepathic. It's a two-way street, right? So you could think that you're manifesting this person, but on another level, you could just be desiring something that they are already becoming. So in a way, you guys are aligned. It's not like, what's that phrase where it's like, if two people are reading each other's minds, then whose minds are they reading? It's one of those things, right? Because you're both involved in this connection, it's happening simultaneously, right? Your desires for a certain type of person are shifting as they're changing their personality. So yeah, it's a really cool connection. I think when you guys get closer, I think it's definitely a soulmate vibe. With the moon here though, this does talk about a telepathic connection. It can also talk about having like a little bit of anxiety. Like with the moon card, she's underwater here. And this says a deep breath, right? So I do feel like for some of you, you guys the relationship could feel like you're holding your breath sometimes. The important thing is to do some deep breathing, right? Come to the surface of the water, do some deep breathing. Don't get so wrapped up in your intuitive natures, because I do see that both of you might have strong intuitive natures. Try not to get wrapped up in it too much. Do some like practical things in life. Because I do see that coming up for air and deep breathing and like really relaxing your body is going to be very beneficial for this connection as well. One thing that I'm seeing is this Ace of Pentacles is coming through as this is a gift from the universe that is supposed to grow over time. With the Six of Pentacles here too, I am seeing that this person might help you out of a financial predicament, or you might help them out of a financial predicament, depending on who has more resources at the time. I think one of you is stuck in a situation that they need help getting out of, and the other person helps them out of it. With the Eight of Spades here, this connection has a lot of willpower. I think both of you are very powerful people. I think that when you guys are together, you have the ability to accomplish whatever you want. It's like you have the strength to push through is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. With Four of Diamonds too, I do see that this connection provides a lot of financial stability. This provides there's a few things with this card. It provides a lot of financial stability. I think you guys will have enough money to be comfortable. You might not be overly super wealthy, but you'll have enough money to be comfortable. And I think one of you is helping the other one out in that regard when you guys meet. So whether you're the one in this reading, you're thinking like, man, I am broke right now. Like I have no money. Like this person's going to come in with like a little bit of wealth or a little bit of money to help you like stand on your own 2 feet essentially. And with the Ace of Pentacles here, this talks about a seed. You know, this is like a seed that's supposed to grow. And so this is something that they're going to help you plant a little bit of your own financial future in this connection, right? They're going to help you get stable in that way. Let's see, with act as if your partner is here, it says whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. This is going back to the telepathic connection, right? You're getting a little download whenever you think of your partner. When you're trying to manifest your partner, you are simultaneously getting a download about their nature. Your desires for what you want in a partner is how they are changing their personality to present themselves to society. So for example, you guys might, watching this, be someone who maybe keeps the same style or doesn't change their style too often or something like that. Or there's something stable and, how do I put this? They're the one that's always changing in the connection, right? They're the one that's always evolving. Their style's evolving. Who they are is changing. You guys, on the other hand, are the ones that are more stable. Your style doesn't really change or evolve is what I'm seeing, but you have the ability to help. You're kind of guiding and controlling them from a distance to see what you want to see. They're becoming it, essentially. So one thing that I'm seeing is you have to, guys, kind of have to, in a way, align your life with this act as if your partner is here. You have to align your life as if they were around you, right? Like if they're becoming this way or they're becoming this style or they're becoming this person and you're aware of that, right? You're imagining them being like this and you can feel that. Align your life a little bit to accommodate that. So for example, what's an example of that? Okay, so for example, say you're imagining and you really want a basketball player, right? Like you're imagining someone, you're like, man, I really would just love to date a really tall basketball player. Your person on their end, right, through this telepathic connection is learning to play basketball. They're going to games or practices with with different people to learn how to play basketball and become a better basketball player, right? That's the mode, that's what they're going through. So for you guys, act as if your partner is here just means that if you're imagining someone who's playing basketball, go to a basketball game, watch other basketball players, see what those basketball players are doing and kind of just admire and appreciate them. Maybe hang out with some basketball players out after the game and be like, hey, do you guys want to go hang out? You want to go get coffee or you want to go, I don't know why basketball players are getting coffee. I don't know. So maybe you hang out with these basketball players. So it's about like immersing yourself in the world that you're imagining your person being in as well, because that's the world they're going to be in. That's how you're going to meet them, right? It's kind of, you want to bridge that distance. So acting as if your partner is here is really going to bring them in, right? Because they already act as if. So if you're acting as if too, it's like really going to bring the difference. What am I talking about? Bridge the distance between both of you. That's what I was trying to say. So let's get Pluto right here is interesting because Pluto talks about transformation. And I do believe this person transforms quite often. With the 4th house here, I think they're transforming their home environment too, which can just indicate that they're moving a lot or that they are trying to figure out where their true home is. I think their true home is with you guys, with group 4. I think their true home is to be in your presence. And I think that you guys are meant to decide where you both live is kind of the vibe that I'm seeing. With Leo here, I do see this person is kind of center stage, kind of, they might like attention or they might just be the star of the show in general. But I do see they struggle with trying to find where to live. Like they don't know where they want to settle down. They don't know where they want to go. They don't know where they want to be. So if you guys are watching this pile and you have a strong sense of where you want to live or something like that, this person's going to easily accept that and want to live with you there. I am getting vibes that this is a long-term connection. Who you're going to date next is a long-term connection. But for some of you, this is just a soulmate and you might choose not to date them, right? This might be someone you choose not to date. Or you not to date them. I think you'll date them, but I think you might just realize this is a really strong soulmate connection, but maybe we're not meant to be married, right? Because sometimes you don't marry your soulmate. you marry your spouse or whatever, but like this is definitely someone who's like a soulmate. They're gonna feel like part of your family, soul family. This is someone who's like strongly connected to you in that way. Let's see. It's funny because I feel like you guys, you're manifesting a person in your life, and I feel like your manifestations sometimes change. Like your manifestations might be one day you might be like, man, I really want a boyfriend or girlfriend that skates a lot or like is really athletic. And then the next day you're like, I want a boyfriend or girlfriend who's really artistic, right? You're thinking of all these different things and all these different things you want in a partner. Your partner simultaneously is evolving and changing into those things as you're thinking them. They're becoming what you're thinking about. And that's kind of where this strong soulmate connection can come into play. And yes, this connection is telepathic, but I am seeing that if you guys are too in each other's heads about things, it can feel like suffocating a little bit. So what you want to do is just make sure you're really getting some deep breaths in this connection, especially after you meet each other. It might be pretty intense the first encounter. You might be like, whoa, this person just popped out of my dream world, right? I feel like with a deep breath, you want to, after you've met this person or gone on the first few dates, doing some deep breathing is really going to be beneficial. Remember, they're going to help you out of a predicament that you're stuck in. And usually this Six of Pentacles indicates finances, but usually it just indicates helping you out of a predicament that's financial in nature or practical in nature, some kind of practicality. They're going to offer you a seed for your life to grow, and that's going to help you get back on your feet, essentially, or you're going to do that for them. All right, I'm going to end the reading there. If you guys like this reading, please like or comment below. If you really enjoyed this reading and you resonated with my energy, feel free to subscribe to the channel. We're always welcoming new subscribers onto the channel. And also with my pick a cards, I try to post like once every 1 to 2 weeks. Sometimes, my life gets ahead of me and I can't post, but mostly I try to post with that frequency. With that said, I'm going to end the reading there. I really enjoyed reading for you guys. This was a fun connection. Definitely a soulmate for sure. And I'll see you guys in the next pick a card. Bye. Hey, group 5, this is if you picked the tiger iron. It's hard to see in this lighting, but you can kind of see right there. There's little striations of hematite and red jasper. So let's get into your reading. Oracle cards already on the table. Shuffled them before filming this. Shuffled them out before filming this. Tarot cards and playing cards, we are going to be shuffling on camera today. So let's get into your reading on who will you date next. First card we have for your person is Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. Your next card we have is Bearing Fruit. And this last card we have says, consider your foundation. Look at how committed you are to love. And let's get some tarot cards on the table for you guys. And then I feel like pulling one from the middle for this group. So there we go. And then I also want to get some playing cards. And then I'm going to roll the Astro Dice too. And we'll get into your reading. So your 2 playing cards are these 2. Then let's roll the Astro Dice. We have Virgo, 3rd house, and Neptune. Okay, your tarot cards are 8 of Pentacles. We have Queen of Cups. We have the Star. And we have the Ace of Cups. Wow. Then we have the 7 of Diamonds and the 4 of Spades. real quickly, the placements, Virgo in the third house, or Neptune in Virgo in the third house could be a placement that this person has. Doesn't have to be, but it's just extra confirmation if that's the case for you guys. Let's keep looking at what's going on here. Okay. So this is one of those readings where as I look it over, I'm not getting any information. Like I'm getting some information, but it's going to be one of those readings where it's all just going to be coming to me as I read, I think. Yeah. I don't know if you guys know this about my channel. I'll lay out all the cards first. I'll take a moment to analyze their cards, look things over and stuff like that. See what messages pop out right off the bat. I see how pieces fit together. This reading in particular, not much was coming through. So I'm going to continue reading, and I think the rest of the reading will just come as I go. So let's just start with the basics. Your person is represented here as a koala spirit, and it says spirit has a plan. I think your person is very organized. And this is not a meaning I get with this card too often, but I think your person is quite organized. I think they're an efficient person. With koala spirit, I think this person also has tastes that are unique, or they can stomach different things in life that not other people can stomach. I think they can handle things that are dark, weird, scary, disturbing. I think they can handle a lot of stuff that other people can't. They can tolerate a lot. And they digest it very easily. Nothing really phases them or bothers them, essentially. I also think that they know that there's a bigger picture to the universe, and that every single aspect in the universe is a part of some bigger plan. Even the dark, scary, and disturbing stuff. And I think they're aware of this. I think they have a way of digesting that. And I think this person definitely accepts the world as it is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. They accept the world as it is. They don't try to sugarcoat things, or they don't try to make something into something it's not, right? They just accept how everything is as is, and they know that's how it is, that's what happens, and that's just how it is. And they have a way of digesting some of the darker, more disturbing, more stuff in life that is not exactly kosher, I guess you could say. One thing that I'm seeing with this person too, and kind of like how you're going to meet this person with the Eight of Pentacles, I see you guys meeting in kind of like a educational environment, or an environment where you guys are both working on creating something together or practicing something. I do see this person you're dating next. You might be in close quarters with them for a long period of time before you decide to start dating them. With these moons here, it can talk about time passing, and I do see with the Eight of Pentacles, you might both be students in a particular environment or world before something serious kind of happens. With Queen of Cups here, I see this person is very hands-off. I see they wait for things to come to them, is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. And I'm seeing that you guys are like this too. I'm seeing that this is why the connection's not forming right off the bat. There's not really a strong attraction right away. There's almost this vibe that you're both waiting and seeing how the other one's going to progress in the connection. So there is this feeling that there's a person you're interested in with this person, and they are the person you're going to date next, but there's this feeling of a hands-off approach, right? There's a feeling of not wanting to push the envelope too quickly. And so I do think there's this long courting period of getting to know each other is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Also with Consider Your Foundation, look at how committed you are to love. I feel like people who chose this group, you might be at a place in your life where you might be looking to date someone soon, but you're not feeling like you want to make that commitment with the wrong person, if that makes sense. And I feel like there's this feeling of like, you're not going to rush things because you're in no hurry is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. I think your person is the same way. And I think it works out for both of you in the long run, to be honest. I think with the Star card here, I think even though you're not dating this person necessarily right away. There is this vibe that you've known them for a while. And even coming to this reading now, I feel like this could be someone, if you have a person that you've, been around for a while and you guys like know that you find each other attractive, but you're just not making a move. There's this long timing. I feel like if this person, it's possible that you already know this person. It's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. You just haven't dated them yet. So it's someone you probably already know. You just haven't dated them because you're both taking a hands-off approach. You're like, I don't know if I want to date you. And I don't know if I want to date you is kind of the vibe that's coming through for both parties. With the star card here, you do have hope for this connection though. I do feel like you have hope for this connection. And with the star being an Aquarius card and being ruled by Uranus, there is this vibe here of like a bigger group being important in this connection is kind of what I'm seeing. And especially with the Neptune energy here, there is this vibe of like a bigger community or a bigger diffusive thing. Like it's almost like, yeah, there's just this fact that this person seems kind of like a dream to you and you don't want to wreck it. You don't want to ruin it. Neptune can talk about, like sometimes Neptune energy reminds me of like the dream that you experience that like turns into a nightmare sometimes, it's like, it's very illusory, The vibe that I'm getting is you don't want to break the illusion. There's a feeling of not wanting to break the illusion and making things more serious, especially with the Ace of Cups here. The Ace of Heart card specifically reminds me of, like desiring love, but not necessarily fulfilling it. And I'm getting that vibe here with the Ace of Cups. It's like this person awakens your heart chakra, makes you more loving and caring, but it's just because you desire them, but you're not actually making moves to achieve them, or you're not making moves to like get with them. So the vibe that I'm getting is they're also not making moves towards you. So there's this feeling, a strong desire of love between both of you, but there's not necessarily, this is very like giving me vibes of like a couple that was like platonic for like 7, I'm getting 7 because it's 7 of diamonds, but for like 7 years, and then all of a sudden they start dating and they realize, wow, we really click it off, we hit it off really well, and wow, our sex life is great, and wow, this really works. It's like, we really work as a couple, don't we? And then they start dating, right? So this is giving me vibes that this is a very long courting process as far as like waiting for the right move to happen or waiting for the right time to happen. Because the Queen of Cups and the Star, Queen of Cups, this particular card reminds me of a hands-off approach, waiting for the tide to rise so she can drink her cup. And the Star reminds me of like hope for the future. So I feel like an Ace of Cups is more like desire of love rather than like actual. Two of Cups is like the merging of the two partners, right? Ace of Cups is more like I have the desire for love. Meanwhile, while you're waiting to date this person, I am seeing that with bearing fruit here in the 7 of diamonds, you guys have a way of making projects and products work to your advantage. So for example, if you guys are in a school or educational setting, like I said, maybe you guys study really well together. Maybe you're great study partners and you guys study subjects together really easily and you like ace your tests like so easily because you've studied so well together. Maybe you guys both work at a mechanic shop and maybe they know all the parts of the car that you don't know. And so you guys work really well on building cars together or something like that. It could also be that basically whatever projects you guys work on, they bear fruit, right? You guys have a way of knowing, especially with this tree, and it represents like growth. And I think when I think of growth of like trees and fruit, I think of time and cycles, right? And you have to wait to pick the fruit until it's ripe. So I feel like you guys are both really good at long-term projects, right? Waiting for the right time to make your move. And I feel like you both don't rush things. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Especially them, they don't rush things either. And I feel like you both like it that way. There's this vibe that this is a very comfortable relationship, right? And you both have this kind of, I'm seeing that there's this vibe between both of you too, that like if they found a person to date, you wouldn't mind. And if you found a person to date other than them, they wouldn't mind. The funny thing is they're going to be the one that you date next, right? Because this is the person who has just kind of always been around, and you like them and they like you, but no one's really said anything, or how do I put it? It's just when it works, right? And I think that you guys, when you finally figure out that it works, you guys are going to find a really cool vibe when you date each other, right? With the 3rd house here, this kind of reminds me of early education. So for some of you, you knew this person growing up. this was like a friend or a family friend, or this person was someone you grew up with in school. Maybe you haven't seen them in a while, and then you reunite with them, and then you get back together and you find out you guys are really attracted to each other, something like that. Consider your foundation. Look at how committed you are to love. You guys might not be as committed to love right now as you were in the past. That's why might be one of the reasons why you're taking it so slowly in your dating life and just kind of letting things pass you by, because you might not be as committed to having a loving connection as. And I don't want this to sound mean, because I'm hearing myself speak and I'm like, this sounds kind of mean, Cody. But it's just that love's not important to you guys right now. It's like not the biggest thing on your list. It's like other things and factors in life are more important. And it's interesting that you guys picked this reading, because I am seeing that like you guys want love, but you're like at the point where it's like it hasn't been important for so long, and now you're finally desiring it. You know, and it's like this person is here as a person that's always kind of been there and would be a great option. And I think that you end up with this person, or you start dating this person, or they either come forward to you or you come forward to them. With Seven of Diamonds, I feel like you guys both have a feeling of gratitude about each other. I feel like you're very grateful for life and what you have in this lifetime. I think you're grateful for your partner, extremely grateful for them and how well you work together. With Four of Spades, I feel like you both have really good health. Four of Spades and bearing fruit reminds me of like having a workout buddy for like, I don't know, working out with your friend for about like 5 years, and then all of a sudden you decide you want to start dating, right? And you really were just like hanging out and improving each other's health, and then like getting each other fit, that kind of thing. But Four of Spades indicates good health. It indicates recovery from health-related problems. I do feel like this person maybe came into your life when you were recovering from some kind of disease or something like that, and they helped you heal. Koala Spirit is interesting because he's eating all these things that are, poisonous, right? He's taking in things in life that are disturbing or uncouth, or things that not everyone can easily digest. But I feel like he has the ability to digest it. I feel like there's a vibe where this person digests the poison for you, essentially, so you don't have to digest it, and they can process it and release it and tell you about it in a different way that is more easily digestible by you guys. With Neptune here, I feel like there is this feeling that this person is a dream come true. I feel like there could be an element of caretaking to this connection too. Could be a psychic connection, but I'm not seeing that as much. With the Virgo energy here in the third house, I feel like this person just in general either could be a Virgo, or I just got hit with the information, and I don't know, because I don't keep track of the moon cycles like other readers do, but the moon cycles are here, right? And I know we have like either a new moon or a full moon in Virgo, either that just passed or is coming up or something like that. At the time I'm filming this, I'm not sure when this video gets released. I'm not sure if the full moon or new moon in Virgo is going to be passed or not. But yeah, there's something with moon cycles in Virgo. So maybe, and because you guys take so long in this connection, it might be that like 1 year from now, you guys are really seriously dating this person. So it's taking a year, but like maybe after a long time of like courting, I guess you could say, you guys finally start making a really serious connection. I think it's a matter of, with consider your foundation, look at how committed you are to love. I think you guys are realizing over the next year that you want some kind of commitment in the love realm, right? Maybe you guys are just starting to feel that way when you're watching this video, and you're learning like, you know what? I want kind of love in my life. Like I want someone to love, and I want to have that kind of person. The funny thing is, this person for most of you has just been right under your nose the whole time. It's just someone that you really work well with, you're productive with. Whatever project you guys work on turns to gold. You guys are really good at making things happen together. Yeah, you definitely like this person, you're attracted to them. However, and they're attracted to you. It's just the matter of no one's making a move because you don't want to ruin it's like not wanting to ruin a good thing. It's like with the 4 here, it's like if things are going so well for you, why change them, right? There's a feeling of stability in that sense. So Even though the next person you're going to date, you guys are moving towards that kind of connection when your heart opens up a little bit more and you feel more close to this person. And the funny thing is, I'm not quite sure how it happens. I think it's just through working on a project and you guys are in close quarters, and so something intimate might occur or something like that. But yeah, I'm going to end your guys' reading there. If you guys enjoyed this reading, please like or comment below. If you really enjoyed this reading and you resonated with my energy, feel free to subscribe to the channel. We're always welcoming new subscribers here at Cody Tarot. And with that said, that was the last pick a card for today. I really enjoyed reading for you guys. It was a lot of fun. It's okay to want love. I just want to tell this group that, because like maybe you guys don't feel your heart too often. And so it's okay to want love. It's okay to want companionship. It's not like a weakness is kind of what I want to tell you guys. All right, so I'm going to end the reading there. I will see you guys in the next pick a card. Goodbye and have a good one.